Here we go. Simplifying radicals. Now, here's the thing. They're not always perfect. Like, we should know this. The square root of 36 is just equal to plus or minus 6. We've got that. It's in your comp book. Now, here's the thing. Here's what you gotta do. Let's say you got one like this. The square root of 32. The square root of 32 is not a perfect square. So you have to break it down. Now, get your calculators out. And let's see if mine will, behind that white background. Yes, it's still. All right. Go to your home screen. Hit on. Now, did it dial me? There it is. Go on. New document. Hit enter. Always know. And we're going to add a new graph. All right. Add a new graph. Here's the thing we're going to do. Our number is 32. So we're going to type in 32 divided by x. Just like that. Okay? Let me move it because y'all can't see it. Oh, now it's focused. All right. You hit enter. We don't care about the graph. We want to go to our table. So we hit Control T. And now we're just going to look at our table. We know 32 is not a perfect square. But what about 16? Is that a perfect square? Yes. So it's 2 times 16. Does everybody see? That's important. This is your perfect square. 2 times 16. So what you do now, put the perfect square first, is the square root of 16 times the square root of 2. Just like that. Now, what's the square root of 16? 4. But it's plus or minus 4 times the square root of 2. That's your answer. Break it down just like that. If they just say evaluate, you can just put 4 times the square root of 2. Okay? Let's look at this one. Look at this number, 48. The square root of 48. 48's not a perfect square. It's not. So, here we go. Go to your calculator. Go to the home screen. And we want to add a new document. No, we don't want to save. Add graphs. So we go 48 divided by x. Hit enter. Now, we'll go Control T. And let's start going down the list. We know 48 is not a perfect square. What about 24? Is 24 a perfect square? What about 16? Is that a perfect square? Yes or no? Okay, but it's 16 times what? Times what? 3. Okay, so let's go over here. So this breaks down into the square root of 16 times the square root of 3. So That would be 4 times the square root of 3, right there, plus or minus 4. There's your answer, right there. Play with this one for a minute. 24, square root of 24. So remember, add a new graph. And if you need to go back and open your perfect squares, go back to that on there. Do that. Okay. Remember this. Home new document. No. Add graphs. And we're going to type in 24 divided by x. Hit enter. Go to our table. Control T. 24 is not. 12 is not. 8's not. 6 is not. 4.8. Skip the decimals. Ah, there we go. 4. 4. So it is 6 times 4. Right there. All right. So this breaks down into the square root of 4 times the square root of 6. Remember this, these two, when you multiply them together, have to equal 24. So this would be plus or minus 2 times the square root of 6. Remember, that means positive or negative 2. That's why we do that. How did that one go? Try this one. Let's go the square root of 54. Try that one. Okay. Here's what you should have gotten. The square root of 9 times the square root of 6, which breaks down into plus or minus 3 times the square root of 6. That's it.